Hello and welcome to another edition of Talk Utah. I'm Trip Mitchell and I'll be joined by the lovely Holly Love.
Thank you, Trip.
You look extraordinary today.
I do. You know what? I got a haircut.
How much did you pay for said haircut, by the way?
I'm not going to reveal how much I paid for the haircut, but I have to tell you, my cute girl who did my hair is expecting. She is the cutest little mommy-to-be I've ever seen. And have you ever had a pregnant woman cut your hair?
No.
Let me just tell you a little piece of advice. You don't want to argue. And I know this because my sister used to cut hair. And so I went into this knowing I just needed to mind my P's and Q's. But I kind of have a lot of hair. And so it was a little Edward Scissorhands moment. She just like, hair going everywhere. And I was a little nervous. But once we blew it out and did it, I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. I love my Melissa.
What I love every year on the Today Show is they sample 30 or 40 different shampoos. And invariably the Suave, which costs 89 cents, comes out as the #1 quality shampoo. And every guy knows this with every fiber of our being, that 87-cent or 89-cent shampoo is just as good as the $100. And every woman thinks that's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is not. I mean, seriously, all you're trying to do is, you guys are nuts.
No.
The amount of money that you spend on your hair is just astounding.
Well, you know, you got to do what you have to do, whether it works or not. It's all a head trip.
How long does it take you to get ready for the show?
I don't know. That depends because it's the whole blow drying the hair. It's dramatic. I don't know, hour and a half if it has to be blow dry.
Thank God I was born a man. It is so much easier for man. Well, today, irrespective of your hair, which does look lovely, we've got a great show. Talk to me a little bit about our guest. We're going to delve into the world of the paranormal. This will be interesting.
Yes, we have a paranormal investigator on the show. Carrie Pitlick is coming on, and she'll be talking to us about a few places in Utah and Wyoming and surrounding areas that she has investigated for ghosts.
How do you feel about that? Do you believe in ghosts? What, skeptical?
Oh, I totally believe in ghosts, but I haven't been on any kind of an investigation like that before. Have you?
No, typically they're not up during my hours. I like to get up early and go to bed early, so the ghost thing is at night, which is a little problematic.
It's true.
Have you ever noticed that a lot of people believe in reincarnation, speaking of kind of the paranormal and that stuff? No one ever was a janitor in a previous life. How come everyone was a king?
We were talking about that at the Ren Fair. When we went out there, we asked that question if they believed they were reincarnated. And a lot of them were much better at being real about it, but it is kind of funny. Everyone wants to believe they're like royalty of some kind.
What are the odds? I mean, you know, the odds are statistically that there, maybe back when they were reincarnated, that there were maybe 100 kings, there were a lot more serfs out there.
I would imagine that are the odds. All I can say is if life is tough, so I've said this before, I have nothing against the idea of reincarnation except that if I get done and I am told I'm coming back, I'm joining the other team.
What team are you joining?
I don't know. Whatever team means I don't have to come back and do this again.
Okay.
It's like...
Well, I think you've got it pretty good. A little later on in the show, we're going to get a chance to talk about some free things you can do in Utah. And when I moved here in 1981, I remember driving up over Guardsman's Pass into Park City, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And it really is a great trip. And what's sad sometimes is those of us who live here don't take advantage of the outdoors. And I know
I told you, I've never done Guardsman's. I lived in Park City. I've lived in Salt Lake. I've never done that.
Just a beautiful trip. And you and I had a chance to go up with Aaliyah to Snowbird. Take advantage of the canyons, because more than likely we're going to have another hot summer. And you go up the canyons, it's 20 degrees different, and it's just wonderful.
It's really nice.
And free. Free is a good price.
Yeah. Trip, what did you do last night?
Let's see. Last night I watched basketball, and I knew the Pacers were going to lose. I knew it with every fiber of my being, and I was going to make a friendly wager with a friend, and I didn't do it. And invariably, when you know a team's going to win a game or lose, you don't bet on it. But this is, for a sports fan, I mean, everyone points out the Super Bowl, but right now is great. Every night, virtually every night, you've got an NBA playoff game or an NHL game on. And so I'm in seventh heaven.
Well, good. I'm glad.
And then Thursday night, we've got our first game of the regular season in ice hockey.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about that. We were playing the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year.
Rivalry?
The Thunder Ducks.
Ooh, are the Thunder Ducks going down?
No, they'll probably beat us.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, I have a product for you.
What is that?
Are you ready for this? Okay, so this changed my life. Last night I went to go see Team THF, my boys over there, Rick and Jason, and all the fitness guys. And they're going to be on Improving You, and so we're doing some follow-up with that. And They have the greatest stuff, the greatest advice on how to eat and how to work out. And so I'm not endorsed by this product in any way, shape, or form. But if you're working out and you're starving and you want to find something that's like a sugar substitute, you have to try this.
I'm not going to try that.
No, you have to.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have to.
Oh, God.
Just give it a little break off. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, this is raspberry white chocolate. Trip?
It's not the most horrible thing I've had in the last 20 minutes.
It's good, right?
It is good.
Oh my gosh, it's like a candy bar. It's the best thing. It has like all these huge chunks of white chocolate. Anyway, for a girl who's dieting and dying for
By the
some,
way,
like,
okay,
sugar,
let me just say this. Our
is
production
awesome.
office, which is basically
Oh no.
it's a little crowded. Aaliyah and Holly are on these diets, and these diets require them to graze all day. So it's like going to the Golden Corral when you go in their production office. They've got 43 things of food, and they're eating all day. Sparks are flying in there, food's flying out the door. I just had to go fix the vacuum cleaners, and it cost me $80 because there's food in them. Do you guys ever hit your face with this stuff?
No, I can't wait for Rick to come on because the whole thing with Team THF is you have to eat like 6 small meals a day, and it takes
You
some
guys do
prep.
not eat 6. You don't stop eating. This show is the only time you guys are not going to be eating all day.
really-
And Aaliyah has a hamburger over there.
There are no hamburgers. These are like lean meals, like, eggs and
Oh.
Cheerios and...
I thought my dog had had a bad day gastrointestinally the other day when I walked into the studio. My God, those eggs are horrible. What you guys, this diet is the worst thing for your
I
coworkers.
can't wait for Team THF to come in here. Rick is. I think you're going to get sucked in.
That
I think
ain't
they're going to
happening.
suck you in, and one day you're going to be having 6 meals, and you'll just like rue the day you were giving us a hard time.
I'll never rue the day that I give you a hard time.
Well, that's true.
Is there anything you're supposed to do now?
I don't think so. I think I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah, well, it's like close this segment.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to close the show. Okay, well, we'll be right back with some news you can use.